So the Blue Yeti is a go-to microphone for so many big YouTubers, but there's a bunch of new features now that it doesn't have. But don't worry, the Yeti X is gonna give it to you.
X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you.
So this video is really for you aspiring YouTubers or content creators or podcasters.
It's entirely possible that
live streamers, musicians and singers, or voiceover artists. So this is the Yeti X, and it's the newest addition to the Blue microphone family, and it brings in some awesome new upgrades. And this is partly thanks to the fact that Logitech now own Blue microphones. So before we get into the new upgrades, let's talk about the main differences between the original Yeti and the new Yeti X. So the shape of it has changed. It's slightly pointier now around the top where the mesh is, and inside that mesh is a 4 capsule condenser mic array. And I think the general look of the mesh is much more aesthetically pleasing than the original Yeti, which had a very rounded top. And the original Yeti only had a 3 capsule array inside the microphone, so that's a 1-up for the Yeti X. The entire shape of the mic has been subtly redesigned, and it now looks more modern and more angular and very similar to my Yeti Nano mic, which was my favorite up until this point. I feel the Yeti X design is much more futuristic and I like it. Multi-function wheel on the front and a pickup pattern button on the back, and both have really nice backlighting and symbols underneath to let you know what's happening when you're using them. More on those later on in the video. At its base is a micro USB port and an analog out port for monitoring your audio using a pair of headphones. The stand is very similar to the original Yeti stand. It's solid metal and it's incredibly sturdy, and it's got a really nice soft base here. So I've heard people complaining about vibrations traveling up through the stand and picking up on the microphone. It really depends on the type of table that you're using. For me, I haven't had an issue with this at all. My advice to you, if you do have this issue using a microphone, is just get yourself a mic stand. It's that easy, but honestly, this is so well built, I think you won't have that problem. Going back to the buttons and the pickup pattern button, the same 4 settings from the Yeti are here front and center on the back of the microphone. So you've got cardioid, which is going to record everything in front of the mic, which is what I'm using right now. It's perfect if it's just one person talking into the mic. Then you've got omnidirectional, which is really good for podcasting.
It's entirely possible that
if there's a bunch of people all sharing the same microphone, it's basically going to pick up a 360-degree audio around the microphone. Then you've got stereo, which of course separates the left and right audio channels, which is really great for musicians and singers. And then you've got bidirectional, which is going to allow the mic to record in front and behind the mic. Now this is really perfect for one-on-one interviews or one-on-one podcasts. So these are the same pickup patterns that we had on the original Yeti, but here's another difference. The original Yeti could record at a maximum of 48 kHz 16-bit, but now the Yeti X can record up to 48 kHz at 24-bit, and that's another upgrade that the Yeti X is going to give to you. So that's true high-res audio recording from this microphone. And some of you guys will have been watching the channel for a while, and you'll know that I've been doing YouTube for a while. And I actually been to the London YouTube Space Studios for some training courses. And one of the things from one of the very early courses that I went to was the emphasis on how important audio is when it comes to content. So if you put out a really beautiful video and it has really bad audio, chances are people aren't really going to get into it. But if it's the other way around and you have great audio and the video quality isn't amazing, people don't mind it as much. So audio is super important, and if you're thinking about getting into content creating, audio should be at the top of your list, and the Yeti X will help you level up. Now on the topic of levels, let's get into some of the new upgrades. This is where the Yeti X upstages so many of the other popular content creator mics out there right now. So when you're recording audio, if it's peaking too high, it's very difficult for you to recover that audio in post-production. If it's too quiet, you can boost it up and it's not so bad. The worst thing would be to do an entire podcast
it's entirely possible that
and realize the mic was blowing out all the way through and basically your entire time was wasted. The great thing about the Yeti X microphone is now the visual 11 LED array around the front dial, will actually show you how your audio levels are doing in real time. Which means if you see it peaking too high at any point, you can literally just turn the dial so you're in the sweet spot for your recordings without having to go onto your computer and adjust it. And the dial on the front isn't just for adjusting gain. You can push it inwards and it toggles between headphone levels, computer audio versus mic audio level, and mute. And it's even got nice little symbols underneath the dial to show you what's happening, which is really handy as well. What's that you say? Your mic doesn't have this? Well then. So now, one of the biggest upgrades from the previous Yeti is the addition of the G-Hub support. Now that it's owned by Logitech, G-Hub supports the Yeti X and it brings in some awesome customization features. So remember that dial I was just talking about on the front of the Yeti X? With those 11 LEDs you see there, you can customize them to whatever color you like. So for me, I'm going to change them to blue, light blue and green because that's kind of the WhatGear colors, but there's no limitation on the colors you can use. You can pretty much do anything you want with the color pattern on the front of the mic, and that really allows you to customize the mic and make it your own. And as well as that, you can even customize the lights on the back of the mic as well. But here's the really big deal. This new Blue Voice broadcast vocal effects software gives you so much control over your recordings. Now, if you're an audio genius, you can go into the settings and fine tune your audio perfectly to how you want it. And there's so many settings within this software to play around with, and a lot of mics won't give you this kind of control unless you're using a third-party app. But if you're an average consumer like myself, you might just want to use the presets. So built into the G-Hub are some awesome presets which sound really fantastic straight out of the box. So if you're not a proper audiophile, you can still get really good quality from this microphone. But check this out, this is a really big deal here, and I'm not aware of many other mics that actually have this kind of software. So when it comes to fine tuning your vocals, within the Blue Voice software, you can record a snippet of audio and then play around with all the settings, all the presets, customize as much as you want and keep playing it on a loop until you dial in your perfect sound. And once you got that, you can save it as a preset and use that for all of your voiceovers. And it's really a fantastic but simple feature that I think every mic should have. That is an awesome feature, and guess what? So guys, the audio on this entire video has been recorded on the Blue Yeti X. This is the Blue Yeti Nano, and it was previously my favorite microphone, and I did a video on this a while back. If you guys want to check it out, there's a thumbnail on screen right now. Pretty awesome video, and if you just subscribed, you're now one of the finest subscribers known to man, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't be late.